Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about which epics is worth keeping, which you should just leave in your vault. And yeah, let's get right into it, why don't we? And which epics you should put a book in, and yeah. So let's go right into it. So, before we go into this little here guide, I did want to open up an ancient shard, but my inventory is full, so let's not do that. So we'll begin through the different factions. We'll begin with the Telerians, then Galen Pact, the Corrupted, and then the Nyserasan Union, which we also have 3 different factions, which is coming soon, near you maybe. So yeah, let's see here which epics is worth putting a book into and which is not worth putting a book into. So we'll start from left to right. So Warden. This guy does have some pretty insane things for himself as a 5-turn cooldown, but if you look, there's a 5-turn cooldown to do this, and he only does it to himself. And this guy is an attacker, and he only attacks one enemy a lot of the time. And you don't really, I think you can leave this guy in your vault. I don't think he's very good personally. Maybe he could be good in, for example, clan boss, but I don't even think then you do have better things than to put things into Warden. So I would not skill book this guy. I wouldn't really make him 6 stars. And yeah, let's get over to the next hero. The next one is Oathbound. This guy is very common, and as you can see, people have different opinions about him. Like 2.8 is better than this guy. I could say this guy maybe be useful with Giant Slayer and Clan Boss. I would not really use him anywhere else though. He wouldn't be too good in Arena in my opinion. You don't really see this guy very often. And he does have his freeze thing. He does have a 20% chance. Well, essentially a 45% chance, but still I don't know if this guy is worth keeping or not. I think you can just use a free set if you care about freezing. But the reason why I said he could somewhat be helpful, at least with Giant Slayer and Clan Boss, if you're early/mid game, he does attack 4 times, which means that he has 4 times chance to do extra damage with Giant Slayer, for example. And at this one, attacks one enemy 3 times. But then again, this is on a 4-turn cooldown. This is on a 3-turn cooldown. I wouldn't really put any books into this guy, especially that you can only... I wouldn't want to do anything with this guy, to be honest. I would also just vault this guy. I could see this guy actually being quite useful in Arena. Seneschal is... what I really like about this guy is that he does his perfect veil thing and the continuous heal. The continuous heal isn't too like super crazy, but a perfect veil, if you have like a hero you want to save, you have this on a 2-turn cooldown. That isn't, if it was only this, you shouldn't really choose him. The reason why you want to choose this guy is you could have a 100% chance of placing provoke on all enemies for 1 turn. Obviously the best one would be for 2 turns, but that isn't too common for epic heroes to have that, if any has that at all. And you have this on a 4-turn cooldown, so this guy is a good provoker. He can also give himself counterattack, which means he can place a leaf debuff, but it's kind of whatever at that point. But I really like this, and it also doesn't look like he does damage with this skill, which means it's just useful. He doesn't give people... Yeah, it's good that he just provokes them without really having to hit them, and I really like the perfect veil thing here. I really like the perfect veil on this guy. Tarrant, I think I would honestly just vault him immediately. He's a very common hero. You don't really see him too often, especially in Arena. Like he does attack enemy, ignores the defense. This guy's an attacker, but I don't think that he deals enough damage, or he should at least do, like, if he did stun to all enemies, then it would be a completely different conversation. But I genuinely don't think that this guy would be very useful. Maybe he could be a nice one-hitter, but I think that you could easily find a hero which would be better than him, so I don't think I would really keep him. Or upgrade him, rather. I obviously would want to keep him, because you can have faction wars and stuff, if you have unlimited bucks. Then we have Rovin. I really like Rovin, actually. Rovin is kind of... She's fine, you know? She's not legendary quality, that's for sure, but she's on the high epic status, I think, because she can attack an enemy. She has a 60% chance to do a heal reduction, and the damage increases according to speed. It's kind of whatever, you have a chance to do heal reduction. That isn't too important, honestly. What is kind of cool here is that she essentially has, if she attacks 3 times and she has like a 50% chance, that means she has 150. She has a pretty good chance of stunning someone. Unfortunately, that's on a 4-turn cooldown, which kind of is bad. Her cooldown is kind of high there. And then you have attacks 1 enemy 4 times. Each hit has a chance of placing a poison debuff, which means that she could, well, essentially a 65% chance for 4 turns. This means I think she could genuinely do fine. I think she could be a fair mid-early game champion, especially in clan boss. I think that she could be good in clan boss. The rest, though, there is better heroes, but yeah, that's what I think. Is it worth putting books into her or not? It depends on what you focus on. If you focus on clan boss and you don't really have the heroes for it, and you have a lot of epic tomes, then maybe you should put your books into her. I think she's definitely worth making a 6 stars though, just to have her, because she's definitely a pretty fair epic, at least in clan boss. The rest debatable. Then we have Ashore. This guy, I kind of like him. I don't think this guy is meant to be in a speedy team, but I think that he could be useful versus enemy teams such with Apothecary or someone who hits first faster than you, because he does have a guaranteed stun chance. So what you could do is if the enemy team has 4 champions obviously, and they have their increased speed with Apothecary doing that, then you have like Skullcrusher with counter attack. Then this guy could essentially stun the entire enemy team, because he could hit them who hits him, and yeah, I think this guy is definitely a very interesting hero, because you can essentially have it's 100% chance to stun if you have the accuracy if the enemy has a speed buff. Is he worth booking though? That's another question. Honestly, like on a 4-turn cooldown, the ally protection and the shield, it's kind of. This guy is average. He's definitely not the best Void epic ever. So if you have him, I think you should honestly save your books, because like only super good thing here would be to decrease these things. So Aegis is definitely the most worth thing ever to upgrade. But I genuinely don't think booking this guy would make too much of a difference. I wouldn't book him. Would I level him though? I guess he's fair if you have no one else. So yeah, if you have no one else, then definitely I guess you could upgrade him. He's an HP champion as well. Then we have Warcaster. This guy is actually very useful. Because this guy just making sure I'm recording. This guy right here is a key for an unkillable team. And if you don't know what an unkillable team means, it means that your team is unkillable somewhat, at least. And you can use this in clan boss. I think this is a very good strategy to use in clan boss. It doesn't like stealing 2 random buffs. It could be good. Still, I don't remember if the boss gives himself buffs like attack. But anyway, he can steal buffs, which is awesome. Then attacks all enemies. He can do block buffs on everyone. I don't necessarily think this is what you would want him for. 75% chances of block buffs. No, I don't. I genuinely like on a 3-turn cooldown. I don't think this guy is someone you would want in arena. But I definitely do think that if you could get this on a 4-turn cooldown and you have other heroes with a similar thing, 2 other heroes to be exact, I think, like 2 rush shards. That's what I was told anyway. Then yeah, I think that you should probably, if you have this guy, then you don't have anyone better to use it on, then definitely try and upgrade this 3rd skill. Is it worth upgrading the other skills? Not necessarily. It's literally just invincible aura you should want to have. But yeah, in saying that you should put some books into him, yeah, he's definitely worth leveling up. Let's head over to High Elves. Here we have Royal Guard. This guy is very worth putting your books into. This guy is very good. I haven't, well, I guess, yeah, I have him, but it doesn't show here. Yeah, so this guy is definitely useful. You don't really care too much about the decreased defense chance. It's obviously very useful, but it's not the end of the world if your books doesn't trigger. I wouldn't necessarily care too much about maxing literally everything. However, if you do this is definitely worth upgrading. Takedown is super worth. Hamstring again, isn't super useful. So what you really want is just to upgrade takedown a lot. But this guy is super good against Spider and other heroes. And this guy is very, 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 very worth upgrading. So yeah. Then we have Tyrell. This also is a very popular clan boss champion. You should want to upgrade, let me see here. Yeah, you should, let's see here. Which one was the best one? There was something. I think that you want to upgrade Singing Steel. I think that if you do this, you do have a pretty, you have a 100% chance. I don't think this guy is too super important to I don't think the Humble and the Preemptive Strike is ultra useful. Because like if the clan boss, you can't decrease his turn meter, and yeah, the boss can't be stunned. Decreasing his attack is useful, so I guess this is good. But I wouldn't really put a lot of bucks into finishing this if you have this one marked. So, but yeah, this guy is definitely, very definitely worth leveling up and ascending and all that stuff. And booking at least the Singing Steel skill. Others may say that these are also worth, which they may be. Who knows? Different opinions, different people. Then we have Tanasul. Sleep isn't a super good thing. Maybe if it's the end of the round, so Tanasul should be slow if they want to do the sleep thing. Because if he hits them, they awake, and if they haven't done their turn or they have their turn meter full, they'll attack regardless. Then you have this one. Places a 60% increased defense and heals all allies, and it increases the way it heals. It's ridiculous how little it does. Because as you can see, 10%, that's 10% of 25%, so that's a 2.5%, so that's 27.5. And yeah, as you can see, it doesn't really... The only reason why you would want to upgrade Oak Skinned is if you want the cooldown to be 3 rounds. Attacks on enemies decreases. Yeah, this guy is kind of... It's kind of whatever, to be honest. The only one worth actually doing, if you were to book this guy and level him up, would be to do Oak Skinned, I think. I don't think this really matters too much, honestly. I think the only one is here. I honestly wouldn't upgrade this guy, but I know that many people do, and many people are very happy with him, like Arena. Like, he does have pretty high ratings overall. So, yeah, I guess I've never used him personally, so maybe he's better, or she's better. He or they is it a she? Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, I guess he could be worth upgrading. It's up to you. He genuinely is good with his sleep. He is a good hero. So yeah, you know what? Upgrade him if you have him. If you don't have any other better replacement or anything. Then we have Lutia. I know that she can deal a lot of damage. Attacks 3 times at random, has a chance to place freeze, which is good enough. It's a weaker version of stun. Because freeze will make the enemy take less damage. Attacks all enemies has a chance of decreasing their speed at a poison thing. I wouldn't really upgrade her, to be honest. I wouldn't even skill her. Yeah, I genuinely wouldn't really do much with this one. Maybe she deals a lot of damage. Maybe she does, but I wouldn't really upgrade her. Then we have Vergis. Vergis is probably one of my favorite looking heroes. He looks awesome. He does his reflect damage. Places a lot of thing on a singular ally, and he also does a lot of things. Like, look at all these buffs: ally protection, reflect damage, increase speed. Reflect damage, I think, is useless. Continue seal, honestly, I think it's useless. Ally protection could be fine. Increase speed is fine, and then places continue seal every time. This guy is meant to be a tank. I wouldn't really put any books into this guy. I wouldn't even level him up. So yeah, that's my opinion. Marksmen, I think this guy is around the same. I wouldn't really do anything. Attacks 4 times at random. Could be fine against the clan boss with the Giant Slayer, but that's the only reason. Attacks 1 enemy, fills the turn meter of all allies. It's kind of whatever. It's a 3-turn cooldown. Like you could have Gore Grab or like Apothecary, which is more common than this guy anyway. Attacks 1 enemy. Yeah, I wouldn't really do anything with this guy either, to be honest. Yeah, this guy shouldn't be too good. And then we have Jingle Hunter. I know that many people did use Jingle Hunter. I don't know if too many people use him anymore. This guy is kind of like... It could be fine. I wouldn't really book him, to be honest. It's kind of like, yeah, you could get it on a 3-turn cooldown. It would be okay. You know, it decreases the turn meter if this attack is critical. Fills if this attack is critical attacks all enemies. I think this guy could probably deal some fair damage. And he can also decrease people's speed, and he increases ally speed by 24 in arena, which isn't bad either. But yeah, like 90% chance of placing freeze on just one enemy. Like, I wouldn't really book this guy. I don't even think that I would level him up. And people are kinda agreeing, I suppose, if we're looking at that. Then we have Battle Sage. Attacks all enemies. That's very basic. That's fine. That's fine for a campaign. Removes all debuffs from all allies, then places a 50% attack buff on allies for 2 turns. This buff cannot be removed. That's actually very good. That's a very good thing, and you can have it on a 3-turn cooldown. This genuinely isn't bad, but if she's under a debuff herself, then yeah. But I really like that, and places a revive on that every 4 turns. Ally will instantly revive if killed. This girl right here, she's fine. She's fine. Is she worth booking? Yes, I think so. Not Lightning Slash, but I think it's worth booking Mother's Embrace and Nature's Touch. Like, it removes all buffs and increases attack. That's a very good thing. That's a very good thing. And she's an epic support as well. I think she could be very good. And especially like removing debuffs as well. If against Spider, as you can see, like you can have a hero with 50 Spider debuffs, poison debuffs and stuff. So yeah, she's definitely worth leveling up. She's good. Then we have Exemplar. I think Exemplar is an example of who you should not upgrade. It's like, no. Just no. Just don't book her, don't upgrade her. Leave her stable and safe in your vault. Just leave her safe there. You don't want her to be like anywhere there. Then we have Canonists. Again, attacks one enemy, places on a random ally, not good. Even though this is on a no turn cooldown, it's kind of whatever. 25% chance, like 30, it's just so low. And maybe if she has counterattack on her and she hits like all the people all the time, then maybe, but no. Attacks one enemy has a chance of placing decreased accuracy. No, that's not good. On the target, and places a buff on this champion. No. Genuinely, just don't upgrade her and just don't scale her. I would honestly, literally just put her into the vault. Then we have Adriel. I know that I've seen some people with Adriel. And attacks one enemy, decrease accuracy? No. Maybe in some scenarios, but no. Heals all allies by 20% of their HP and places reflect damage. Let's ignore that. That sucks for the most part. She can heal people like 2% to 24%. She can heal with fully skilled 24% of their mark's HP. And then we have attacks on enemies has a 50% chance, and then a 100% chance if she crits. I wouldn't really do anything with her. Honestly, I wouldn't really scale her up. If I were to scale her up, it would only be to do the Curtain of Light. But I wouldn't level her or scale her. Then we have Hope. Again, another bad Hope. You shouldn't really want to do that. Increases the duration of all buffs. It's like having her, like, I wouldn't really do that. Has a 50% chance of removing all buffs. Like, I don't know. Maybe some people think she's useful. Yeah, many people do so. Like, removing people's buffs isn't a bad thing. But it's on a 5-turn cooldown. After 5 rounds, can you imagine how many things you could have done in 5 rounds? I think the cooldowns are too high for that. If the cooldown was like 4 rounds, and then you could have it down at 3 rounds, then maybe every 3 turns you could do that, but you can't, so no. Her aura seemed fine, or didn't it? Like HP in by 31%. Then we have Frostbringer. She can do the heal reduction, which isn't too bad. She can also attack an enemy and decrease their defense. And yeah, places if the target is under heal reduction, which is unfortunate because not all enemies are under heal reduction at all time. What makes Frostbringer good is that she has a 4-turn cooldown to increase everyone's speed and their attack. So she is like a Gorgorab essentially, right? Yeah, she's essentially like a Gorgorab in a way, except she does other things. She has another buff. Should you level her up? If you don't have Gorgorab or any other supporters which increases speed and attack, then yes, then I would also try and scale her up to get that cooldown. I wouldn't necessarily care too much about upgrading this skill. Not even maybe this skill, because I would only work on Arctic Winds. That's about it. Then we have Talia. Talia attacks with nothing. Then we have her. She is good with someone else, so we'll count that you. Fennex sucks, so no, we're not going to count that. Talia needs Fennex, but no, I don't really. Like, it places an increased attack on this champion, then attacks all enemies. And then, yeah, she does a boom, which will detonate in 3 turns. It's not really good, honestly. Then we have this one, places a counter attack buff on this champion for 2 turns as a 70% chance of placing a weaken on enemies for 2 turns. No. Just no. Just no. No. Leave her in your vault. Then we have Juliana. Juliana could be very good from clan boss, I think. Places crit on this champion, has a chance to poison if it's critical, and it is every 5 rounds. Attacks one enemy 2 times, fills the turn meter, removes random buff, places HP burn, so she has HP burn and poison. The downside is that it's quite high cooldown on the turns, but I think she could be worth scaling up, at least with the debuff chance here. And then that if you do that, they get guaranteed HP burn. Yeah, unfortunately you can't get lower cooldowns on the skills, but I think that she could be fair at least against clan boss, and I would definitely upgrade her if I had her. Yes, Ayotar. This guy is also just very good. He's good in clan boss. Attacks 4 times, does poison, attacks one enemy block. That doesn't matter too much. This stealing a random buff if the buff, so this guy's genuinely, I would skill this guy up. I would try and get a -1 cooldown there. That would be on a 3-turn cooldown to do a lot of poison. Yeah, this guy's good, especially with Giant Slayer. Yeah, this is a clan boss guy, not too much else according to people, but I kind of agree. I think this guy could be fair in clan boss. Then we are Relic Keeper. This guy has been rated a lot. Many people like him in campaign. I've personally never used him too much in campaign, but I think that this guy could be good in campaign, and I would definitely upgrade his skills to get it on a 4-turn cooldown, to increase his attack, then continuous heal on a 3-turn cooldown, attacks one enemy. Yeah, this guy in campaign battles as well. The aura is great. This guy is good in campaign. Nowhere else though. I wouldn't really use him anywhere else. If I were to upgrade him, I would do these skills, but there's definitely better epics to use your books on, but I would level them up. Probably. Missionary! Let's see here. This guy is a force. Force, right? Is that correct? Or abyss? Force? Different games, different things. This guy has essentially a 35% chance of placing a stun on his A1. It's not really a high, like the guy we talked about earlier, which had like 100% chance, essentially with the right conditions, with people being speed buffed. That guy is way better. Attacks one enemy, has a chance of placing provoke, and it has a 100% chance if the HP is higher. And then we have attacks one enemy, places like this guy is fair against one enemy, right? Right, against one enemy, but we must think. You're not against one enemy normally, except for in clan boss. So I wouldn't use this guy. Missionary, no, bye. Romero also just useless. We don't even have to go over him. Just leave him in your vault. Then we have Lady Atessa. It's kind of like attacks one enemy with 2 random allies. This is genuinely okay. Attacks one enemy, places chance of placing a stun, but she's kind of like. There's not enough to her. There's not enough to her. A lot of bad Sacred Order epics. Then we have Bushi, which I know for a fact that can be very good. This guy here, like his stats is kind of low, but I've heard good things about Bushi. Somewhat attacks one enemy, damaging clays. Yeah, it's kind of whatever. This attack is critical. Revives the champion unkillable for 2 turns. Yeah, genuinely, I think I've heard wrong from people. This guy sucks. Don't upgrade, don't buck. Phoenix, don't upgrade, don't buck. Mistress of Humans. I genuinely, I don't think... I've seen her somewhat in Arena a little bit, but on all allies, she's like a healer. She does a wheel, but that's on a 5-turn cooldown. I wouldn't upgrade or do anything with her, to be honest. Cardinal! I think she's also someone you shouldn't really do much with as well. Like, looking at the ratings, they're quite low, so I think... Yeah, revives all dead allies, heals them. Yeah, that's on a 5-turn cooldown. There's so much better skills than that, though. Heals the target ally, heals the target by 30% of the max HP, places a decrease. Like, that's just against one ally. Then you have a 10% chance of, like, no, like 20% chance of that. Like, Cardinal, no. I'm sorry, Cardinal. I wouldn't upgrade you. Sorry. Lightsworn. This guy right here attacks one enemy, decreases target turn meter. Attacks one, this is useless against clan boss. I know that this guy, really, does he have that rating? Attacks one enemy, decrease attack, decrease speed. I don't think the boss can have his turn meter or speed manipulated on all allies. This is why he's good, I guess. On a 4-turn cooldown, he increases defense and revive on that for 2 turns. This is why people use him. Is he worth scaling? Yes, this is worth scaling to remove to get one as cooldown. I wouldn't scale the rest. He's worth leveling up. Let's head over to Barbarians. We have Aina, which is have people rated her 4.9 in Dragon Slayer and Minotaur. That's quite insane. What's up? She's a blue one, which means she is throwing against the final dragon, I guess. 10% chance of granting an extra turn. She has essentially a 15% chance. But I guess that doesn't count with counterattack. So it's kind of whatever, like the chance is so low to get an extra turn. Maybe with like the turn meter set. Relentless, is that it? I don't know. Attacks one enemy has a chance of placing a weaken debuff. It's kind of whatever. She doesn't do too much there, I don't think. Attacks one enemy before attacking. So chance of placing a defense, decreased defense. Essentially 100% chance to placing a decreased defense. Heals heals by damage inflicted, so it's like alive still. If this skill deals a lot, then maybe. If I were to upgrade any skills, I would definitely do the decreased defense thing. I would upgrade these skills. I wouldn't really level her myself though. I think there's just better heroes out there, but if she's the best you got, it looks like she's very popular, at least in clan boss and stuff. Then we have Jotun. Jotun is like a lesser version of Tyrell. Like if you look, they look quite the same. Attacks one enemy has whatever. HP burn could be useful on a 3-turn cooldown. You have a 100% chance on a 3-turn cooldown. That's not bad to do a HP burn. That's essentially like poison. And then decreases of the damage. Yeah. This guy, honestly, I don't really know. This guy doesn't seem too good, and I think people agree. Only thing about him is clan boss. So is he worth doing? No. Sikara. I know that a lot of people did use Sikara on my free-to-play account. I think a lot of people use Sikara. She attacks all enemies 3 times. That's very useful, especially like if you did this. Yeah, attacks all enemies. Yeah, removing 1 random buff. This is a good skill. And you can also have it on a 4-turn cooldown. Then we have this. You could have this on a 4-turn cooldown. Places a weaken, and then you attacks with enemy, fills the champion if this attack is critical. Revives this champion. She's fair. I wouldn't. It just requires so many bucks. Like, you need so many bucks on this one. You need so many bucks. I don't think it's worth the bucks. If you have a lot of bucks, then maybe it's worth upgrading her. But I don't think she's necessarily worth it overall. Then we have Aether, don't upgrade. Then we have Lika. Yeah, then we have Sikara, and then we have Lika. I think it's Lika and Sikara looks very much the same. Attacks one enemy, attacks a turn of cooldowns, of increasing the cooldowns. I don't think this is worth it. I just don't think she's worth it. She seems to be very popular. Attacks all enemies. If she deals a lot of damage, then maybe ignores 50%. If I wouldn't upgrade her myself. Well, if you don't have any good hitters, then maybe. But yeah, she also requires a lot to do anything with. Then we have Teshada. Teshada's attacks one enemy, places increased attack. That's kind of whatever. Attacks 3 times at random. It's also based on defense and attack, I should say. Only available when an ally is dead. And this is on... This is not on a cooldown. There's no cooldown to this attack tree here, which is interesting. So attacks, her ratings is poor, so I assume she doesn't really do too much. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't really upgrade her. I personally, if I got her, I would leave her in my vault. Then we have Kalia. Attacks one enemy, has a chance of placing HP burn. Well, and then this is like the 8-tier hero. Debuff, like not a high HP burn thing. Maybe if she had counter attack and the boss attacked, like the clan boss I'm thinking about. Maybe. Attacks one enemies has a chance of placing heal reduction. You have a 75% chance essentially. It's kind of heal reduction, could be useful against Ice Golem maybe. Attacks 3 times at random, each hit has a chance of placing HP burn. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, but that's not, on a 4-turn cooldown. I think she is popular in clan boss. Am I correct? Yes, I am. That means I'm not too stupid, luckily. Let's head over to Maeve. All these champions look the same, man. We have Sleepy Arrow sucks. 40% chance, well, 50% chance. And if place, genuinely super stupefy is fine. Stun places a stun if the target is under sleep. That's genuinely okay. Enemies killed by the, it's fine. She's fine. She's fair. I wouldn't upgrade her or skill her. Wood painted. I think she is also a typical thing that I wouldn't really do anything about. Reflect damage. No, I wouldn't really upgrade her as well. High Katoon is definitely worth upgrading. Her aura is good. Her decreased speed is fine. I wouldn't really work too hard on doing this. I would work hard on getting the book here so she can do increased speed at a lower cooldown. And yeah, that's about it. If you have this skill leveled up, then you shouldn't necessarily care too much about the rest. She's definitely worth upgrading. She's a good hero. Vala, she has a lot of things here, it looks like. Let's see here. Is it worth skilling her or not? This is a very good skill on a 3-turn cooldown. If she's full, I would level up this skill. And I would also, genuinely fine. Genuinely fine. On a 3-turn cooldown. And decrease while under a shield debuff, or shield buff I should say. Yeah, I would genuinely skill her up and level her up. She seems fine to me. Well, it seems pretty good. Are we going over to the voids? Attacks one enemy, has a chance of placing a block buffs, increase her own crit rate. She's an attacker. Attacks one enemy, attacks all enemies, but if this hit is critical, this deals 6%. And this attack will also be a normal hit. I wouldn't really use her, to be honest. I think people agree. Then we have Marked. Wait. Oh yeah, we're finished with Barbarians. Then we have Ogrim Tribes. This guy, I don't think is worth doing anything with. Attacks one enemy. Yeah, I wouldn't do anything with this guy, genuinely. Skullcrusher, I would fully level up. Maybe not necessarily this one. I would honestly just do this one and get it on a 3-turn cooldown. I would like the smash thing. If you have this leveled up Stonewall, then you don't have to book him. He's worth upgrading by far. This guy is by far a very good hero. Shatterbones. This guy I think is popular, isn't he? I think is this guy no, Maneater is, does this guy look the same as Maneater? Attacks nah. On a freaking 4-turn cooldown, that's too high. Bad attack increase. Decrease everyone's speed and increases everyone's that's on a 5-turn cooldown. Increases people's turn meter. I wouldn't do anything. People are using him in arena offense. Galcut. I haven't heard too much about, honestly. Places it's just attacking one enemy. No, not necessarily good. On a 4-turn cooldown, no, maybe, nah, I wouldn't use this guy. Cagebreaker, I also wouldn't really use. I'm just saying that immediately. Occult Roller. This guy right here attacks one enemy, has a 76% chance of doing poison. This is fine. Attacks one enemy. I don't care to read all that. I know that this guy isn't. Place on this Champion at the start of each turn on a random enemy. I think this guy could be very good, especially against Clan Boss, but nowhere else. Yeah, 5.0 in Clan Boss. Yeah, this guy could be insane in Clan Boss. Occult Roller, you could be nuts in Clan Boss. Minotaur is a great hero. He could probably help you with an unkillable setup. I would definitely also on Occult Roller. Which skill should you do? I guess block revive sucks. I guess the only one would be Sorceress Razor, but I wouldn't really focus too hard on that. Manator, this guy's worth doing with his unkillable and block debuffs for every 5 rounds. Yeah, this guy is just good. This guy is good. I would upgrade at least the 3rd skill. It doesn't matter. I would only upgrade the 3rd skill. This guy is good. This guy is good. I like Manator. Towering Titan. This guy is kinda attacks 4 times. Attacks 1 enemy. This is on a 3-turn cooldown. Places that increase defense on all allies. Places a continuous heal, as well as shields. So he does increase defense on everyone. Will transfer 50% of the damage to this champion. Oh yeah, that's if he is with Cage Breaker. I wouldn't really... If I were to upgrade any skills on this guy, I wouldn't upgrade any skills on this guy, but he's probably worth leveling up, to be honest. But yeah... He's not too great, honestly. And yeah, then we were on Rocktooth. Yeah, let's head over to Lizardman. We have Jarang, which I don't think is very good at all. Attacks 1 enemy, has a chance to no. Sorry, you're not good. Jarag, you're good in Clan Boss. I know that Jarag is good in Clan Boss. I would definitely upgrade that skill. I wouldn't really care too much about upgrading Rending Claws, but if you get the pack leader, then you're good. This guy's worth leveling up. Basilisk. This guy right here at a weak increase. This is kind of cool because he has a 3-turn cooldown and he has a 100% chance to stun if it happens. 1 killed Basilisk would, and 6-turn. This sucks. This is the only reason why you would want to upgrade him. But even then, I don't think, well, people like him against spiders then. But then again, attacks 1 enemy, attacks all enemies. No, I wouldn't book this guy or anything. You need so many books. If I were to book him, I would do Skullcrusher, but that's about it. Did I get the, okay, so I got a notification, doesn't matter. Drake, this guy is probably the best hero in Clan Boss. If you get him, just fantastic. This guy, isn't Drake like the best guy, right? No, I'm stupid, sorry. Dracomorph is the best hero. I mixed them. Can you blame me? Can you blame that I mixed these guys? Attacks the crit, no. People really like him in campaign, I guess. Attacks 1 enemy, attacks 1 enemy, attacks 1 enemy. I don't see the hype. I'll attack and range by 30%. Just so. It's early game, yeah, sure. Why not? Actually, no. Actually, no. I wouldn't skill him, but I would level him up to at least 5 stars. I wouldn't go higher than that. And yeah, he's carried me through campaign. Then we have Broadmaw, which is the final one. Freeze kinda, it's okay. It's a low chance to freeze, a 30% chance. On all allies. It's kinda whatever. It's not too great, to be honest. Revives 2 random dead allies with 25% HP, places a block damage on the revived allies, and that's on a that's why you would want to keep him. And people are kind of mixed with him, kind of low ratings. But yeah, I genuinely think that on a defensive team, fine. If I were to do anything, I would upgrade Resurrect. I wouldn't upgrade any. I guess I would upgrade this one as well. So yeah, but I wouldn't probably upgrade him myself, like, because I have different heroes. So it depends on your situation. And this aura is also fair if you run a tanky setup. Then we have Skinwalkers Taurus. This guy right here, I think sucks if I remember correctly. Weaken, poison, and killable. This is on a 3-turn cooldown. This champion receives damage equal to 99% of their current HP. Places an unkillable buff on this champion for 2 turns. So 80% chance of placing 3. 5% poison on all enemies for 2 turns. This is on a 4-turn cooldown, so I'm not sure. I think the cooldown is too high. I wouldn't really upgrade this guy. Yeah, I guess people agree. Yeah, only thing he would be good against is Clan Boss. Flash Tearer, I genuinely like healing. That's not necessary to upgrade. He can't transfer stun, I don't think, because the boss is unstunnable. Attacks on enemies. I wouldn't upgrade this guy either. I guess some people like him against Clan Boss. Ripper attacks. Yeah, I think this guy also sucks, honestly. Then we have Rain Beast. This guy was nerfed, but this guy's... I would upgrade him to 6 stars, honestly. I would fully ascend him. I would make him super tanky. Which skills would I upgrade? I wouldn't really upgrade Open Slay. I wouldn't necessarily care too much about upgrading his skills, but yeah, definitely upgrade him. He is fair. He's fair enough. Then we have Snorting Tug. Interesting name. I don't think this guy is worth upgrading. Yeah. Yaga the Insatiable. I think that Yaga the Insatiable. I've heard this guy is controversial, man. Actually, not too much. 50% chance of placing a poison for 2 turns, which is good for 2 turns. Attacks one enemy 2 times, has a chance of placing poison, and essentially 75% chance of placing poison, so you can do a lot of poison on this guy. Attacks, damage increases. This doesn't necessarily matter against Clan Boss, but I think this guy is very popular probably in Clan Boss but nowhere else. Yeah, like how much is it? 4.5? Yeah, if you don't have any good poisoners or damage dealers in Clan Boss, I would definitely upgrade Hungering and Virulent thing. There we go. Then we have Steel Skull. This guy is very, very, very popular in Clan Boss. And I would upgrade skill 1 easily, fully. I would also upgrade Protection. And that's about it. This cleansing spell is also kind of cool, but... yeah, I would upgrade the Decay and Protection most. But I honestly think I would upgrade all the skills. This guy is worth leveling up, by far. Like, this guy is so popular. 4.9 in Clan Boss. Then we have Basher. Basher attacks one enemy, has a chance of weakening. Kind of useless. By 2 turns. This is genuinely fine on a 3-turn cooldown. I really like this skill. I would probably upgrade Stinging Blast. I wouldn't do... yeah, I would do this. This is fair. It's okay. I really like that skill. Increases ally HP in all battles by 25%. Yeah, that was Basher. Then we have Orcs. We have Ultimate Gallic. This guy is awesome. I think that he is awesome against the Spider. I think that people really like him against Spider. And I guess Clan Boss. Like, he does HP burn. But there's only a 50% chance of doing that. But still, HP 50% chance. Attacks one enemy has a chance of... on a 3-turn cooldown, I should say. And increases attack. Tormentor doesn't suck. So it's essentially just an HP burn. I don't know why I'm comparing everyone to Clan Boss. I know that this guy is pretty fair everywhere. Attacks all enemies has a chance of doing HP burn on a 4-turn cooldown. This guy deals some damage. I think Ultimate Gallic is quite good, actually. I think this guy is worth upgrading, and I think it's worth at least... I think it's worth upgrading this to get the cooldown further down. I wouldn't necessarily care too much about Fury Slash. Burning Rage also, to remove the cooldown, I would upgrade the skills. Full heals and debuffs whenever on this champion. That's insane, actually. He essentially can't be stunned. And he is a blue boy. Then we have Torture Helm. I wouldn't do anything with this guy, honestly. Isn't this guy like, yeah, Torture Helm sucks. Sorgala, she's insane. I would fully upgrade her. And I would honestly upgrade like everything. And maybe not necessarily split apart, but I would upgrade this for the less cooldown and this for less cooldown. Yeah, I would do much things with her. Bloodfetter. If I remember, she isn't too good. Attacks one enemy, decreases defense. No, I wouldn't do anything with her. Bonekeeper. Isn't Bonekeeper like the bad one? Yeah, I wouldn't really do much with Bonekeeper either. Maybe against Clan Boss, but yeah. Arena Offense, is she that popular of placing a decrease? Why? She has a 75% chance of decreasing defense on one enemy for 2 turns. Maybe she deals a lot of damage, but yeah, I wouldn't do anything with her. Shaman, I wouldn't upgrade her beyond 5 stars. And yeah, I would just leave her in the vault. I wouldn't really do anything with her skills, not even that. Terror Beast. This guy, I also think is quite bad, right? Attacks one enemy. Yeah, that's bad. If you just stun everyone once. Also, I've never seen Fire Dance on top here. Yeah, I wouldn't really do anything with Terror Beast either. Then we have Rask, which I know is a very good hero. He could be good in Clan Boss, but I don't know why. Could he be good in Clan Boss? Am I talking out of my ass right now? He does have ratings, yeah, because I remember people saying that he is good in Clan Boss. Attacks one enemy. Kinda why? Attacks one enemy. Heals all allies if he inflicts. Yeah, I guess cannibalism is the... Sorry, don't demonetize my YouTube. I guess I wouldn't really do I wouldn't upgrade any of his skills. I don't even see him being good in Clan Boss, but maybe I'm wrong. I just don't see it. Then we have Seer. Attacks one enemy, just a chance. Increased crit rate. Kind of whatever. Removes all buffs from all allies and enemies. Then attacks all enemies. Damage increases according to the number of removed buffs. Has a 50% chance of placing sleep debuff on enemies. Has the chance increase for each buff removed. Yeah, so and this is on a 4-turn cooldown. I wouldn't I honestly wouldn't use her. I really like this. She can essentially sleep everyone. But yeah, I don't think she deals a lot of damage. But I guess some people like her. Increases ally resist by 40. Kind of whatever. Let's head over to Demon Spawn. Right. Did I miss anyone? No, I didn't. Let's over to Demon Spawn. Here we have Allure. She's insane. Use her against bosses. I would upgrade. I would upgrade all the skills. Genuinely. Yeah, I think I would upgrade all her skills and level her fully up. She's worth it. She's worth it. Excruciator. I think she does block revive. Yeah, attacks one enemy when yeah, while attacking. I think that Excruciator is good because of the block revive, and the wheel is also kind of cool. I would probably do upgrade this skill right here. Wouldn't really care too much about Flicker Strike. But yeah, I would decrease the turn meter a little bit there. She's yeah. I'm not sure I would upgrade her based on the statistics either. Then we have Erinyas, which has a very high chance, like a 100% chance to poison the enemy for 2 turns. That's good. I would upgrade this skill. Attacks all enemies has a chance of increasing all the debuffs. This is also genuinely fine. 100% chance of like if someone is poisoned, she's actually, I think she could actually be very good in Clan Boss. I think Erinyas could be very good in Clan Boss. Yeah, I genuinely like her. I would upgrade this skill. I would upgrade both of the skills actually. I wouldn't upgrade the third one though. But yeah, Erinyas, I genuinely do like her. I like her. I don't know why people have such issues. Then we have Soul Drinker. I don't think I wouldn't upgrade this guy if I remember correctly. Yeah, he is like a weak bomber. I guess some people really like him in offense. Why people like him is the boom thing. So I guess like if you want to, I would upgrade the third skill. Yeah, sure. When this champion dies, yeah, he's a fair bomber. He's like a weaker Shazar, except completely different. Nasana, many people like her with her ally protection thing. I guess I would upgrade this one to have it on a 3-turn cooldown. I wouldn't upgrade this one. I would genuinely 70% chance on a 3-turn cooldown. I genuinely think I would do Steelbreaker if I were to upgrade her. She's worth upgrading though. She's fine. She's okay. Infernal Baroness. Attacks all enemies. Increases attack. Decreases attack. Perfect Veil. On an ally yeah, I wouldn't upgrade her myself. I guess some people would. Hellgeister, I know that she can deal a lot of damage, so I would definitely upgrade this skill right here. I would also upgrade this skill of it on a 4-turn cooldown and 3-turn cooldown. I wouldn't necessarily care too much about upgrading her attack 1. Yeah, let's see here. Padma, she's definitely worth upgrading. She's like a different Tyrell. So I would probably like upgrade removes all buffs from targets and places them on this champion. She attacks all enemies, has a chance. Isn't paid my like another version of Tyrell? I've heard. Anyway, I would upgrade probably all her skills. Yeah, genuinely, I think I would upgrade her. She's worth upgrading. That's what we're trying to say. Umbral Enchantress. Attacks one enemy, increases as the HP decreases. Attacks all enemies, has a chance of placing a block debuff for 3 turns. Block buffs, I mean, it doesn't. She's 100% chance for 3 turns. I really like the 3 turn thing though. Attacks all enemies, has a chance of placing a provoke. 100% chance, I should say. Places an unkillable on this champion. Places a block lockdown skills on this champion for 5 turns. It cannot be resisted or blocked and cannot be removed. That's the insane bad thing though. She gets punished for provoking people. I guess that's why they had to balance her. I think that I would probably upgrade this one. And I would also upgrade this skill right here. I wouldn't upgrade this one. Yeah, I can see that she's high on the force, to be honest. Diabloist. Let's see here. She's definitely worth upgrading. Max all her skills. Joking. Undead Hordes. Gorgrab, worth upgrading. Upgrade this skill right here. Upgrade this skill right here. I genuinely just upgrade all the skills. Upgrade them to 6 stars. He's good. Seeker, upgrade genuine, literally all the skills. He level him up. He's worth upgrading. Then we have Catacomb Counselor. Weak increase attack. Teams up with 3 to attack when enemy allies will use their default skills on a freaking 4-turn cooldown. I think that's pretty fair. Yeah, especially against Fire Knight. Yeah, I would upgrade this skill right here. I wouldn't. I guess I would. Yeah, this guy's good against Fire Knight. I would upgrade both these skills probably. Yeah, because that is ghoulish feeding. Then we have Dark Ethel. She's also pretty good, I think. Attacks all enemies placed on this champion. If this attack kills, grants an extra turn if it kills 10 more. Yeah, I guess she is meant for the spider. She's good against the spider, I guess. Yeah, she's worth upgrading. Which skills should you upgrade? I would definitely upgrade this skill right here. I wouldn't necessarily care too much about doing this. Well, maybe actually, yeah, it attacks all enemies. So yeah, sure, upgrade that skill. And then this, I wouldn't upgrade. All attack in all battles. Is Husk the one I was thinking about being good earlier? Attacks has a 35% chance of, no, 30% chance actually of doing provoke. Attacks all enemies has a 50% chance of placing a stun. Damage is proportional to enemy max HP. This is a good skill. I would upgrade this skill. I wouldn't upgrade this skill. Attacks, no. I would upgrade. This guy's worth upgrading. I think that he could be good to have at a 6-star, to be honest. Karam, if I remember correctly, attacks one enemy has a low chance of placing poison. Poison deals damage. On a 4-turn cooldown. That's actually fair. That's fair against if the clan boss has a lot of debuffs, then he could be good in clan boss. I wouldn't upgrade him myself. Leech. This guy, I know for a fact, this guy is popular, right? Which one are we at? No, that's another Gorgrab. Hexia, is that one? Where am I? This is Karam, this is Leech. Oh, I see. Yeah, Leech. This guy is definitely not I wouldn't really upgrade this skill right here. Genuinely, I don't think this guy is good. I know that this is a, yeah, I guess people kind of agree. Then we have Hexia, which attacks one enemy. That sucks. Attacks one enemy. Chances of debuffs increase by 10%. Attacks one enemy, grants extra turn on this champion if this attack kills. Yeah, I wouldn't upgrade Hexia, to be honest. I would leave her in the vault. Then we have Defiled Sinner. Attacks one enemy or does the following. Attacks all enemies, increases attack. It's if against spider, I guess that's useful. I guess that's what they mean. This is based on attack and enemy max HP. Attacks one enemy, then attacks all enemies, inflicting damage to 50% of max health. If the first hit kills an enemy, the second hit cannot be critical. Attacks all enemies. No, this guy could probably do a lot of damage. I guess, yeah, like this guy's a spider boy. Corpse Collector. Corpse Collector, dang. That model is kind of cool. Have I seen her before? I've probably seen her before. Anyway, attacks one enemy, leech, kind of whatever. Heal reduction, kind of whatever. Places a heal on this champion. No, I wouldn't upgrade her. She's actually very good in clan boss. Why? She doesn't do anything. Like, I guess the poison on a 4 turn cooldown. Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't upgrade her myself, but I guess some people do. Mozilla Mage, this is like Gorgora V2 here, or V version beta or something. Attacks one enemy, has a chance of placing decreased defense, kind of whatever. Places a block debuffs on all allies, also places in crit rate and increased defense. And this is also on a 3-turn cooldown. Removes all debuffs, then heals. Just so many things. This guy is... Yeah, I genuinely think that I would decrease the cooldown there. I would also decrease the cooldown there. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know. Yeah, he's good against a lot of things. Yeah, he's worth upgrading. Celota, this guy is also worth upgrading. The sleep is kind of whatever. Shield, it's kind of whatever as well. Attacks all enemies. It's a chance of placing sleep. Yeah, this guy is an ultimate sleeper. I know that many people like him. And yeah, I would upgrade this skill right here. And I would probably... Yeah, I would genuinely just upgrade the 3rd skill on this guy. Yeah, and that's it. There's no void epics on that hordes. I actually didn't know about that. Then we have Captain Tamila. Attacks one enemy, places a 6% on heals all allies. No, places a increased defense on all allies on a 3-turn cooldown. That's not bad. On all allies except this champion on a 4-turn cooldown. I wouldn't really upgrade her myself. Yeah, I would vault her. Spider, this guy right here attacks all enemies. Chance of doing that. Oh no, he has a chance of weakening and decreased defense. That's a double whammy right there because they take more damage if they're weakened. Genuinely, I think this guy's good against Spider. Hence the name, but I don't think he is very good. Does he really have that low chance? I wouldn't upgrade Spider myself. And that's about it. Luria, she can deal a crap ton of damage. I would upgrade literally... I think that I would upgrade literally all her skills. Yeah, I would upgrade all her skills. Luria is nuts. I really like Luria. Crimson Helm, she can help you do the block. She can help you on an unkillable team. She's definitely very good. You can use her for an unkillable clan boss team. I would definitely upgrade this skill right here. I would also upgrade that skill. I wouldn't necessarily care too much about upgrading the skill. She's worth upgrading though, fully. Warden. This guy right here. Where he at? Warden. I don't think Warden is necessarily worth it too much. Yeah, I don't think Warden is... I guess many people do upgrade him. Increase attack and increase defense, kind of whatever. Damage is proportional to defense. No. I genuinely wouldn't upgrade this guy. I would vault Warden. I'm sorry, Warden. Delver attacks one enemy. Yeah, because Warden, what is he a defense? I assume. Yeah, no. Heal reduction, attacks one enemy, attacks all enemies, increases attack and decreases their defense. This is like probably a weaker version of what do you call him? Ghostborn. I think, yeah. Is she worth upgrading? No. Like, what skills would I upgrade? I think I would upgrade the skill number 3. I wouldn't care too much about the skill number 2 and 1, but she could be worth it. I think she could be worth it. I think she has overall fair ratings. Lua also deals a lot of damage. Lua deals a crap ton of damage. Upgrade everything, all her damage. Sylar. I think Sylar is the Sylar, let's see here. Attacks all enemies. Attacks all enemies decreases their accuracy. It decreases the turn meter by 40%. She could this skill is genuinely good, and it's on a 4-turn cooldown. I genuinely like this skill. Yeah, if I were to upgrade, I would upgrade the lead and legs. I wouldn't necessarily upgrade the Toxic Cloud or the Surge level. Yeah. Then we have Madam Series, which I think is very good if I remember. I would definitely upgrade this one. Removes all buffs. This is, yeah, she's nuts. On the first, she's nuts. Madame Series is nuts. True Fear and block debuffs. I would upgrade this skill. Yeah, I genuinely would let's see here. Damage. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't really necessarily upgrade this panic spread, but I really enjoyed the rest. Madame Series is overall a nutty hero. She's a great epic hero. Probably the best one I've seen so far. Then we're going over to Ninth Revenant. There's a lot of heroes to go through here. Crypt Witch, just scratch her. Just leave her in the vault rather. Don't upgrade her. Pitiless One. I would also just waltz this guy. Genuinely waltz Disney, I'm sorry. Necro Hunter. Let's see. Perfect Veil on this champion. If this is, I think this guy could deal some heavy damage. He doesn't have the best ratings. If I were to upgrade a skill, I would probably upgrade this one to do the perfect Veil thing. But I wouldn't. I would also just I wouldn't sacrifice him or whatever. But you know, I would vault him. Miscreated Monster. This guy is overpowered, dude. This guy is nuts. Upgrade literally all the skills. Upgrade them fully. Sinesha. I wouldn't upgrade her skill 1, to be honest. I wouldn't really upgrade that skill as well. Immortality. Upgrades this one, right? Isn't Sinesha like the good one? I think Sinesha is very good. Yeah, she's overall very good. Genuinely damage. She does. I know that for a fact that she deals a good amount of damage. Yeah, attacks all enemies. Yeah, I wouldn't upgrade that burning wave, to be honest. I would upgrade this guy. Immortality. Yeah, I would upgrade this and this. I wouldn't upgrade number 1. But she's worth upgrading to 6 stars, definitely. Doom Priest is also, I think, very popular. On all allies, increase attack. From the start of... Yeah, that's a very good passive. Yeah, I would upgrade skill number 2 here. That's about it. I guess the force in all battles is also pretty good. That's less. I know that she can be good if all the enemies are dead, but I haven't really seen too much good from her. I wouldn't upgrade her, to be honest. If I knew back then what I do today, I wouldn't upgrade her to 5 stars even. Kites. I genuinely would just sacrifice. I wouldn't use them. I wouldn't skill them or anything. Then we have Faceless. Attacks one enemy has a 50% chance of placing an X rate. I wouldn't really do anything with this guy. He is a void. He's a very bad to be a void epic. Skull Crown is probably one of the best epics in the entire game. So yeah, I would upgrade literally all their skills. Just upgrade everything. Upgrade literally everything. Skull Crown is nuts. Just upgrade everything. I think Skull Crown is probably the best void epic ever. Golden Reaper is kinda attacks one enemy has a chance of decreasing the cooldown of one random kind of useless. Attacks all enemies has a chance of decreasing their attack. Decreases the target turn meter if they're attack increases. That's good. This is genuinely good. I think yeah, you should upgrade that skill. I wouldn't necessarily upgrade this skill. Well, Jen actually. Yeah, I actually would upgrade these 2 skills if you were to upgrade her. She's fair. She's like a speed giver. She's actually quite highly rated, actually. So yeah, I would upgrade these 2 skills. Not necessarily the first one. Maybe even the first one. I don't know. It's kind of like essentially a 50% chance of decreasing the cooldown of. It's just so many bugs to do that. Whisper. Let's see here. Attacks one enemy has a chance of doing weaken. Attacks one enemy on this champion. Whatever. If the target. Granting whenever this. I wouldn't use her. Yeah, I wouldn't use Whisper, unfortunately. Okay, so now we're done with Night Revenants. Now we only have Dwarfs remaining. So let's see here. Grizzled Jarl. This guy right here, just heal reduction, kind of whatever. Places a block debuffs on all allies and increase defense on all allies on a 3-turn cooldown. That's a good one. And this also attacks all enemies essentially a 100% chance of decreasing the attack of everyone. Also decreases the target's max HP by the damage inflicted their max HP. I would definitely upgrade this skill right here. I would also upgrade this one. It's a hell of a skill tree though. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily care too much about attack 1, but this guy genuinely seems fine. Then we have Rear Guard Sergeant, which is attacks when enemy decreases defense, kind of whatever. Attacks roll enemies has a chance of doing decreased attack, ally protection on all allies, and continuous heal on a traitor. I wouldn't honestly upgrade her. She seems very good in drawing. Oh my god, her ratings is high. Why are they so high? Attacks, I guess because of the decreased attack thing, they're very high. Yeah, I would upgrade this skill right here. I genuinely don't think that I would. 75% chance of. Yeah, genuinely, I guess she could lifesteal a lot with the lifesteal thing in her skill. Yeah, she's fine. I don't think I would have upgraded her if I had any better choice, but if you don't, then it's a different story. But yeah, I would upgrade these two skills in case. I wouldn't care too much about the decreased defense thing there. Rockbreaker attacks one enemy. Increases champion by 4% of each time this skill is used. Stacks up to 20%, so it just makes him more tanky. Has a 100% chance if the skill is leveled up on a 3-turn cooldown. Has a chance of doing provoke on all enemies on a 3-turn cooldown. And gives a counter attack for 2 turns. This guy is good. I like Rockbreaker. Yeah, it has a 50% chance of increasing damage inflicted on this champion by 50%. It's of decreasing the damage inflicted. Oh, I see. This guy seems good. It genuinely seems fine. I don't know. I would probably upgrade this one, obviously. Not necessarily care too much about the rest. Then we have Beardal Fellhammer, which actually looks kind of menacing. It kind of looks like this guy. No. He looks like someone else though. Is it this guy I'm thinking? I don't know. He reminds me of someone. His face reminds me of someone. Has a chance of doing heal reduction on one enemy. Attacks one enemy 2 times. Places a shield as well. Places a counter attack on this champion for 1 turn at the end of each round. This guy could actually be good in clan boss. I think this guy is a clan boss boy. Fire Knight's Castle as well. Campaign Spirit Keep. Gosh, this guy has high ratings. I guess I would. Yeah. According to that, I think I would actually care a lot about upgrading. I would upgrade the skill 2, not necessarily his skill 1. Then we have Gala Long Braids. Attacks one enemy, ignores defense, gives shield. Attacks one enemy, ignores defense. Places shield to any surplus heal. Okay, so she's an attacker. So she's like an attacker, which is fully attacked, but it has a lot of things to do with like defense. Attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit ignores the defense. Grants if has full HP after using this skill. Genuinely cool. Not 3-turn cooldown as well. I genuinely think she could also probably be good against Fire Knight and Clan Boss. Am I wrong? Clan Boss is actually quite low. I guess campaign. I would. I think I would upgrade her 3rd skill. Wouldn't upgrade anything else. I think I'd vault her, to be honest, but that's because I have the heroes I have. It may be different for you if you have no better option. She's a good option. Yeah, and that's about it. If you guys did enjoy this video, you should leave a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye bye.